would like to say this prayer I love to say. Okay, I give thanks to Mother, Father, God for bringing us all together as we support each other, and the knowing we are directed and supported through the love and power of God. And I would like to thank Katri Sipila for being with us today, our speaker, this amazing lady. And so, let's see, and I would like now to read the statement of intent. We are fortunate to have a variety of speakers for Sunday services. By using guest speakers, we gain wisdom for all those who share. This is a church where we can worship the God of our own understanding, a place to experience joy and be uplifted, a place where we can gain strength and inspiration to share with all we meet throughout the week. So we invite you to join us in this celebration of life, to nourish your spirit and enjoy the company of kindred souls. And so with that, are there any announcements before you all mute yourself?
I have a prayer request.
A prayer? Okay.
My daughter, Kimberly, some of you know her. She was in a boat accident yesterday. And her L1 vertebrae is completely smashed like a marshmallow. And so she's in extreme pain, and I'm not sure what they're going to do. You know, she's in the hospital. So I just would like prayers for her.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I can send some Reiki to her as well.
Which hospital?
She's
Yeah.
good at Reiki, really is. Also,
Her
what
name
is her
is
name?
Kimberly?
This is Janet.
Yeah. Kimberly?
Kimberly Grogan.
Kimberly, and what hospital is she in? Kimberly,
Pardon me?
what hospital is she in?
She's in a Cumming hospital in Georgia.
Georgia.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll say prayers for the hospital too,
All right.
and everything there with them. Okay.
Okay.
And her angel. Send her angels.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be
Yeah,
with.
right.
and I hurt my left knee, and I'm gonna take 6 weeks, so I don't have to have surgery, but it's a long haul.
Mm,
So I'd love prayers.
Your
Yes.
left knee?
Hmm.
Okay.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Kimberly,
Thank you.
too. Thank you.
Any other prayer requests? Or I just have an announcement that next Sunday would be what's called a circle service, where we all can share. We can talk about when we open the church, how we're going to do that. Right now, we're looking at how we can figure out doing Zoom from the church. We got some expert people on it. How we can do Zoom from home to the church. So this is a long range idea. So people outside of Duluth can be our speaker, like Connie Sharp, without having to drive all the way up here. You know, she's from Colorado. We're just looking at this. And so, you know, if you could all just keep the visual going, whatever's in the highest good for all of us. I love it, the idea, but we'll see. But we can discuss it and people can give opinions, and that's next Sunday. And one thing, Ulo Sukio, she's speaking June 11th from the country of Finland, you guys, Zooming in.
Cool.
And she called me yesterday from Finland. I mean, that was so cool. And so, I mean, we're so blessed, people.
What was that?
I just say we're so blessed. The church is so blessed. I need to stop.
When did you say Ula is speaking?
June 11th.
Okay. Jerry, that's Ula
Sunday.
Suoko, the one who plays the flute and lived in Peru and does all the wonderful healing
Yeah, I
work.
remember her. I saw her at church here some years ago.
So I just am so excited.
Beautiful.
Did you say June 11th?
Yeah, that's a Friday.
That's a Friday.
No, I'm sorry. Let me see. June, maybe it's the 13th. June 13th.
Okay.
Get my dates right. No, we do it anyway. Yeah. She said either the 6th or 13th, and she said 13th would work for her. And I even gave her the link, which was unfortunately the wrong link for today's service. And she said, well, she's 8 hours ahead. And she said, I'm doing Reiki training for the whole evening. Now, this is in Finland. I'm like, you are so cool. Anyway, yeah. So anyway, that's my announcement. I'm just super excited about it all. We can get back safely, and we're opening up, and it's going to be safe and sound. And we're all going to work on it, and we can have coffee outside and do whatever we want to do. So, all right, guys, onward. And I would like to, the principles will be next. I'm getting too excited. The principles are, we believe in infinite intelligence, and we believe that the phenomena of nature, both physical and spiritual, are the expression of infinite intelligence. And we affirm that a correct understanding of such expression and living in accordance with constitutes religion. And we affirm the existence and identity of the individual continue after the change called death. And we believe in our universal connection in spirit, and that there is communication between the spiritual and physical worlds. And we believe the highest morality is contained in the golden rule. Whatsoever evil that others do unto you, do we also unto them. We affirm the moral responsibility of individuals, and that we make our own happiness or unhappiness as we obey or disobey the nature's physical and spiritual laws. We affirm that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any human soul here or hereafter. And we affirm that the precepts of prophecy and healing are divine attributes contained in all sacred texts. Hi, Carolyn. So just, okay, mute yourselves, everybody. I just would like to welcome Katri to her wonderful talk and meditation and all. So I'm going to mute myself now too. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Carol. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Can you hear me all right? Give me a thumbs up. You can hear me all right? Okay, yeah. Good. I had to switch to my phone because I was getting not a very good connection on my computer. So, so here I am on my phone, but it works. I am so excited to be here today, and to I'm just honored to be able to do this. And this is kind of a part one of, I had so many things. I had trouble narrowing down some of the tools I wanted to share with you to love yourself more. And so, but per divine guidance, I settled on two, and one's a big one and one's a shorter one. So the first one that I'm going to share with you, it's going to serve as our meditation today. And so I'm wondering if you all could just grab a piece of paper near you real quick, because at the end, I'm going to have you write down some things that you just might want a piece of paper handy. And so I'll just wait a second till everybody gets their paper. And I can only see like 3 people on my phone, so I can't see anyone else. So if someone is raising their hand or something, Carol, can you tell me? Because I only see you, Jean's phone, and Jill's iPad. So if someone was like trying to get my attention, I can't see them unless I scroll across. Okay, so as I said before, I'm so very thankful to be able to share with you 2 tools that help me to love myself more and bring myself into greater alignment on a daily basis. You may be familiar with each of these. However, I hope that I can reawaken and revisit these topics in a different way, and perhaps bring in a greater understanding of how to bring them into your daily life. So first, I would like to start by walking you through a tool that I share with my clients and I continue to use daily to love myself more and to bring myself into greater alignment when I'm feeling that I'm not. At times if I'm stressed, or even just when I wake in the morning, I like to do it to just get myself into my heart space, which is where we want to live from, right? So this first tool that I'm sharing with you is called heart-brain coherence. And I'm going to be sharing with you how to harmonize your heart and brain, which increasing your heart coherence creates an alignment of the body and mind and emotions and spirit, and increases balance, harmony, and effectiveness. First, before we get to the actual technique, I'm going to read just a little bit about the heart and just what I've learned from multiple teachers. But the heart's electromagnetic field is 5,000 times stronger than that of the brain. Its electrical field is 60 times greater than that of the brain. It is an organ of communication, a transmitter and receiver of information. All information comes through the heart before the brain and the body. The heart will hear what it is programmed to hear. If love resides in the heart, it will attune to love. If fear, anger, or resentment reside in the heart will attune to that. What we focus upon, we receive and transmit all through the heart, carried upon the breadth of our intention with the words and thoughts that we choose. Everyone has 40,000 specialized brain cells in their heart. These brain cells are called sensory neurites. And scientists call this the little brain in the heart. And because it can learn independently from the brain, and it can also remember and think independently. It can communicate with us separately from the neurons in the brain in a language that we may or may not recognize because we are conditioned to see the world through our brain. Some people say only go with your heart. Some people say only go with your brain, but both are wrong because we need both. But when we marry and harmonize the heart and the brain together, something very special happens. We can process information more quickly and we deepen our intuition. So this technique that we're about to go over is a trigger for over 13,000 biochemical reactions, from the anti-aging hormones to immune response and cardiovascular health. The cascade of biochemical reactions does not end when we get done with this technique. Laboratory studies show that it lasts at least 6 hours. So it's a pretty amazing technique that is short and sweet and you can use anytime. So first I'm going to go over the heart-brain coherence steps, just reading what I have, and then we'll do it together. Does that sound good? I know everyone's muted, so give me a thumbs up or something. Okay, step one is I invite you to shift your awareness from your thinking mind into your heart. We're so conditioned to be in our mind. We say we're in our heart, but we're still usually in our brain. So by gently touching your heart center with an open palm, this will bring your awareness to your heart. Your awareness will always go to the place on your body where you feel the touch or sensation. The more you put your hands on your heart, the more you grow this electromagnetic energy field around your heart. Isn't that nice to know? So that's step one, put your hand on your heart, easy. Step two is slow your breathing. And what we're gonna do is 5 inhale and 5 exhale, slowly. And so imagine as if you were breathing in and out through your heart. This sends a very powerful signal to your body, and it tells your body that it's okay to relax. It says, I'm turning my attention inward. The only time you would breathe this way is when you're in a place that you feel safe. So essentially you're telling your body that you're in a place that is safe. This then frees your body to let go of stress hormones and hence awaken the healing chemistry within you. And so since your body can only do one or the other, either healing chemistry or stress hormones, this technique is pretty powerful and gives your body permission to awaken the healing chemistry. Okay, so the last step at number 3 is very potent, and it is the key. Step number 3 is create a feeling in your heart. Create a feeling of compassion or gratitude for anyone or anything, or appreciation for anyone or anything, or compassion or gratitude or appreciation for anyone or anything. Jada, I'm in my meeting and I cannot talk right now, darling. So please stop knocking. sorry about that. I have kids out my door. Sorry about that. So feeling yourself sending those feelings of appreciation and care and love out into the universe through your heart. And so again, in that third step, we're going to breathe 5 inhales, 5 exhales. And what I like to do is imagine that I'm breathing in light through my nose and dark through my mouth. So, and then I guess I'm going to go. So when would you use this? You could use it in the morning when you first wake up, just to bring yourself into heart-brain coherence. Then you could use it just on a little break at work when you're feeling stressed out. Just kind of a realignment tool whenever you need it, and it works instantly and allows you to drop into your hearts and brings you into the present moment. So I'm going to have everyone take their hand and put their hand on their heart, and this will serve as our meditation. And so I'm just going to kind of walk you through it. Put your hand on your heart, and I invite you to shift your awareness from your thinking mind into your heart. And then you're just going to close your eyes, because I find that closing my eyes is the best way to really tune in. And we're just going to do 5 breaths in and out deeply on your own. Letting our bodies relax, letting our bodies know we are safe. Two. And one more deep breath in with the light. Out with the dense energies that no longer serve us. And now the last step, we're going to do another 5 breaths in and out while we create a feeling in our heart of compassion, care, gratitude, or love, or appreciation for anything or anyone. It's your choice, or many things. And when you're ready, bring yourself back to awareness. Wiggle your toes, open your eyes. Thank you, thank you, thank you for this and more, for this and more, for this. All right, is everyone back? Can't tell. Okay, looks like everyone's back. Great. All right. So very simple tool. easy to use, and really just brings us to our heart space where we want to live from. All right, the next tool that I'm going to show you is I'm going to be basically synthesizing the content of this book that I want to share with you. But first, I'm going to read a quote. I love this quote by Roald Dahl, writer, 1916 to 1990. Those who don't believe in magic will never find it. So now I wish to talk about a book that has transformed my life in many ways. It has brought me more abundance, healthier relationships, and helped me to formulate what I actually would like in my life. But most of all, each time I go through the process of this book, so it's a gratitude process, a 28-day gratitude process. But each time I go through the process, it helps gratitude become my way of life. It's the book. Now, my book is so loved that the covers actually come off, and I've used it so much. But, and some of you may have heard of this book. I think this was, popular a while back. I don't even know. But it is such a wonderful tool for bringing you into alignment daily. And it really just amps up the magic in your life and the love of yourself and the love of life through gratitude. Because as we know, gratitude, or actually I like to use the word appreciation, because gratitude is a little bit different, but the word appreciation is a very high vibrational thing, right? And so the more we can stay in appreciation, the more we are at love or above, which is where we want to live, right? And so I started the magic approximately 4 years ago with my children while homeschooling, and we were never able to finish the entire 28 days, but we did bring in a lot of learning and magic during that time. And so since then, I've restarted the magic multiple times with different friends as my accountability partners so that we could go on this journey together of transforming our lives and getting clear about what we would like to bring into our lives. So the book, The Magic itself, is mostly a 28-day gratitude process. So I'm going to share with you the first part of it that is not the gratitude process, because it breaks it down day by day. And I'm going to share with you the explanation of why you might want to do a 28-day gratitude process and how it can be used as a tool to bring in more self-love. You could buy a physical copy of this book, or there is actually a free PDF download of the magic. And so you can find that online if you don't want to buy the book and if you are interested in doing this. But I think you'll learn a lot just from what I'll read today, and it's up to you how you want to, what you would like to do with it. So the beginning of this book asks, do you believe in magic? So I'll be reading some excerpts from it, and just kind of, I just brought together the important parts that I thought that you would need to know in regards to starting such a process. So remember, oh, sorry, did someone have a question? No? Okay. I thought I heard someone say something.
No. We can do questions after you're done. That's what we usually do. Question and answers, talk, share, whatever. So
Okay.
just, yeah. Okay.
I heard someone say something. Okay.
You.
So, thank you. Remember when you were a child and you looked at life in total wonder and awe? Life was magical and exciting, and the smallest things were utterly thrilling to you. You were fascinated by the frost on the grass, a butterfly fluttering through the air, or a strange leaf or rock on the ground. When you know what to do to bring forth the magic, you will live the life of your dreams. Our adventure begins 2,000 years ago when life-changing knowledge was hidden within a sacred text. The following passage comes from the Gospel of Matthew in the Holy Scriptures, and it has mystified, confused, and been misunderstood by many people for over centuries. It reads, "Whoever has will be given more, and he or she will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her." When you read the passage, it appears to be saying that the rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer, but there's a riddle to be solved in this passage. a mystery to uncover, and when you know it, a new world will have opened for you. The answer to the mystery that has eluded so many for centuries is hidden in one word: gratitude. Whoever has gratitude will be given more, and he or she will have an abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. By the revelation of one hidden word, a cryptic text is made crystal clear. 2,000 years have passed since those words were recorded, but they are as true today as they ever were. If you don't take the time to be grateful, you will never have more. And what you do have, you will lose. And the promise of the magic that will happen with gratitude is in these words. If you're grateful, you will be given more and you will have an abundance. It doesn't matter what religion you follow or whether you're religious or not, these words from the Holy Scriptures apply to you and your life. They are describing the fundamental law of science in the universe. Dating back thousands and thousands of years to the earliest recordings of humankind, the power of gratitude was preached and practiced from there was passed on through centuries, sweeping across the continents, permeating one civilization and culture to the next. The major religions of Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, Sikhism, Hinduism, and Hinduism all have gratitude at their core. In fact, many religions have a very similar passage to the one in the Gospel of Matthew. From the Quran, the promise of gratitude is equally emphatic. It says, "And remember, when God proclaimed, 'If you are grateful, I will give you more, but if you are ungrateful, verily my punishment is indeed severe.'" And in the magic, there's actually many other quotes from different religions that say that show that it's there's a Bible verse that's very similar across all religions, similar to the one in the Gospel of Matthew. Kind of neat. So we are all probably familiar with the fact that gratitude operates through a universal law that governs your whole life. According to the law of attraction, which governs all of the energy of the universe, like attracts like. It's because of the law of attraction that the cells of every living creature are held together, as well as the substance of every material object. In your life, the law operates on your thoughts and feelings because they are energy too. And so whatever you think, whatever you feel, you attract to you. It works the same way as metal being drawn to a magnet. Your gratitude is magnetic, and the more gratitude you have, the more abundance you magnetize. It is universal law. You will have heard sayings like, "Whatever goes around comes around, you reap what you sow, and you get what you give." Well, all of those things are describing the same law, and they're also describing a principle of the universe that the great scientist Sir Isaac Newton discovered. Newton's scientific discoveries included the fundamental laws of motion in the universe, one of which says, every action always has an equal and opposite reaction, an opposite and equal reaction. When you apply the idea of gratitude to Newton's law, it says, every action of giving thanks always causes an opposite reaction of receiving. And what you receive will be equal to the amount of gratitude you've given. This means that the very action of gratitude sets off a reaction of receiving. And the more sincerely and the more deeply grateful you feel, in other words, the more gratitude you give, the more you will receive. Albert Einstein's scientific discoveries changed the way we see the universe. And when asked about his monumental achievements, he spoke only of giving thanks to others. One of the most brilliant minds of all time gave thanks to other people over 100 times a day for the work they had done. Is your life magical? You can tell right now how much you've actually used gratitude in your life. Just look at all the major areas in your life: money, health, happiness, career, home, and relationships. The areas in your life that are abundant and wonderful are where you've used gratitude and are experiencing the magic as a result. Any areas that are not abundant and wonderful are due to a lack of gratitude. It's a simple fact. When you're not grateful, you cannot receive more in return. You've stopped the magic from continuing in your life. When you're not grateful, you stop the flow of better health, better relationships, more joy, more money, and the advancement of your job, career, or business. To receive, you have to give. It's the law. Gratitude is giving thanks. And without it, you cut yourself off from the magic and from receiving everything you want in life. The bottom line of ungratefulness is that when we are not grateful, we are taking. We are taking things in our life for granted. When we take things for granted, we are unintentionally taking from ourselves. The law of attraction says that like attracts like. So if we take something for granted, we will be taken from as a result. Remember, whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. Now, most certainly you have been grateful at various times in your life, but to see the magic and cause radical change to your current circumstances, you have to practice gratitude and make it your new way of life. The magic formula. Ancient myths and legends say that to bring forth the magic, a person must first say the magic words. Bringing forth magic from gratitude works in the same way, and first you must say the magic words, thank you. I cannot begin to tell you how important the words thank you are for your life. Thank you must become the two words you deliberately say and feel more than any other words. They need to become your identity. Thank you is the bridge from where you are now to the life of your dreams. Okay, the magic formula. Number 1, deliberately think and say the magic words, thank you. Number 2, the more you deliberately think and say the magic words, thank you, the more gratitude you feel. So it's the feeling. Number 3, the more gratitude you deliberately think and feel, the more abundance you receive. Gratitude is a feeling. So the ultimate aim in practicing gratitude is to deliberately feel it as much as you can, because it's the force of your feeling from your heart that accelerates the magic in your life. Newton's law is 1 for 1. What you give, you receive equally. That means that if you increase your feeling of gratitude, the results in your life will expand to be equal to your feelings. The truer the feeling, the more sincerely grateful you are, the faster your life will change. If you practice gratitude a little, your life will change a little. If you practice gratitude a lot every day, your life will change dramatically and in ways you can hardly imagine. The practices in this book are designed to be completed over 28 days. This allows you to make gratitude a habit and a new way of life. Practicing gratitude in a concentrated effort over consecutive days guarantees that you will see the magic take place in your life and fast. Within each magical practice is a wealth of secret teachings that will expand your knowledge in tremendous ways. Yeah, each day is like a little mini workshop, really. In each practice, you will understand more and more about how life works and how easy it is to have the life you've dreamed of. The first 12 practices use the magical power of gratitude for what you have now and for what you've received in the past. Because unless you're grateful for what you have and what you've received, the magic won't work and you won't receive more. The next 10 practices use the magical power of gratitude for your desires, dreams, and everything you want. The last 6 practices take you to a whole new level where you will be saturating gratitude into every cell of your body and mind. You will learn how to use gratitude's magical power to help other people, dissolve problems, and improve any negative situation or circumstance you may encounter throughout your life. You don't need to clear your calendar because each of the practices have been specifically created to fit into your everyday life, whether it's a workday, weekends, holidays, or vacations. Gratitude is portable. You take it with you wherever you go, and then wherever you go, the magic happens. If you miss a day, you will most likely lose the momentum of what you have done. So to ensure that you don't reduce the magic if you miss a day, count back 3 days and repeat the practices again from there. If you don't want to follow the 28 magical practices consecutively, you can also use them in other ways. You could choose one magical practice that addresses an important subject in your life that you want to change or improve. And you could do that practice 3 days in a row or every day for a week. It's up to you. Many of the magical practices are designed to help you achieve your dreams. Therefore, you need to get clear about what you really want. So this is where your paper is going to come in. We're going to sit down and on pen and paper, on paper, make a list of what you really want in every area of your life. Think through every detail, and you obviously won't get to finish this, but I'm going to give you the categories in a minute here. We're going to get a start on dreaming. We're going to dream together. So what you really want in every area of your life. Think through every detail of what you want to be, do, or have in your life, in your relationships, or any other area that's important to you. You can be as specific and detailed as you like, but remember, your job is to simply list what you want, not how you're going to get what you want. The how will be done for you when gratitude works its magic. Here are the categories. So if you could please write on your paper 6 bubbles or category areas. And I'm going to give you a moment here to just jot down some things that you might have in your mind to dream, and the sky's the limit. So I know sometimes it's hard for people to dream. I know it's hard for me to allow myself to dream. And so I think that this is a really good way to start as we all have our wonderful energy together. So the categories are health and body, career and work, money, relationships, personal desires, and material things. So I would strongly urge you to find the time to maintain a list of your dreams throughout your life. So write down the little things, the big things, or what you want in this moment, this month, or this year. And as you think of more things, add them to the list. And as you receive things, cross them off the list. When you get clear about the things you want, you are giving a definite direction to the way you want gratitude's magical power to change your life, and you are ready to begin the most exciting and thrilling adventure you've ever been on. So now I'm just going to give you each a moment, and I'm going to start my list as well. Again, I'm going to restart the magic because I like to redo it now and then. So I'm just going to be quiet, and we'll just take like 5 minutes to write. Is that okay? Okay. And if I think everyone got the categories. About 1 more minute. All right. So I hope that you got a little start on your dreams and things you may want to bring in. And so this gratitude process and this book is, so I do healing guidance with clients, and this is where I have them start. And when I open my healing center, this will be the basis of it. This will be the first thing that that I have everyone do, as well as, because my healing center that I intend to open someday is going to be all about healing through different modalities and things. But I think that the power of gratitude can do so much, and this is just a really simple way to integrate it. And the more you do it, the more it becomes second nature in everything you do. And so I just really wanted to share this with each of you, and it may be something that you've heard of, and maybe it's kind of overdone, gratitude, 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 but the practices in this book are very unique and truly educate you as you go, and they're easy to integrate into your life. And so I hope you enjoyed 2 of the tools that I shared with you today. I have more, so as I said, there is a part 2 at a later date. But thank you, thank you, thank you for listening.
Thank you, Katri. I'm just, what a wonderful gift you give us all with these tools. I would like to ask people to unmute, and we could discuss anything. Have any questions for her? Just go for it. You're on. Yes. So,
Katri, what was the 6th number 6?
Six.
What was that?
The categories,
Yeah,
material things was the number.
okay. And then number, yeah.
Just repeat the whole list for us quickly, would you?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so health and body is number 1.
Right.
Career and work is number 2. Money is number 3. Relationships is number 4. Personal desires is number 5. And material things is number 6.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you.
What was
Yep.
number 6?
Material things.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, it was great. It's good for life. It's good for personal relationships. It's good for your spirit that can go everywhere. So thank you. Thank you. And blessings on your family too. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, they're pounding at the door while I'm here. One quick thing I'll tell you. So, for example, one of the times that I went through the gratitude process. One of the days I was focusing on a particular relationship in my life, and so I wrote down however many things it said, 5 things that you appreciate about the person, and so. And it's so quickly it works when you spend that energy on, so if there's a relationship in your life that's strained, you can just look up the part in there that's about personal relationships. And so by simply writing down and thinking of things that you appreciate about that person, it's like it changes
Yeah.
the relationship, and all of a sudden, you're having more communication, and it's not strained, and it's just amazing how it works. Amazing. And so I'm so glad that you, I wasn't sure if this was something that, maybe you'd be like, oh, we already know this, but I think the way that it's laid out in the beginning and how it's explained, I just love when I, made the realization that how much you feel gratitude is equal to what you receive, it's just golden. Like, okay, and your heart is what does it, right? So first get yourself in heart brain coherence, and then you can go do your gratitude.
Yes,
Okay, thank you.
yes, from heart. Yes, it helps your heart and your spirit all the way through. Thank you.
Does anyone have any other questions?
Not a comment or not a question, Laura Whitney, but just a comment of appreciation that you put these two things together in such a nice way. And anyway, and made it very simple. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, I tried to just pull out the quick and simple so that you could get, so now all you got to do is get your categories and you can start right away,
Yeah.
if you want to.
All right. Okay.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you all.
We could go on. Is there any other questions or comments?
I'm wondering if Carol Condrath has a picture for us.
Yay, Carol, where are you?
Hi, Sue.
Howdy.
No.
Carol is muted and black.
Oh, yeah. Your video.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, yes.
Okay, listen, I've got a comment too, a little again. Appreciation, thanksgiving, and for the oneness of spirit that we all are together. And thank you all for who you are.
Thanks, Jerry.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jerry.
Yeah, that was, certainly a lovely message. And I don't want to say confess, but my first impression, when we were suggested to write down all our wants, is I wrote, I don't want any wants. And the other thing that came up for me is I pulled a card, and it was just exactly what Katri, what you started with about touching your heart. I'm going to show you the card because the image is just beautiful. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So while we were, discussing, this is what I did.
Ah.
Oh, that's good.
beautiful.
Ah.
So, and I especially resonated with the touch, and I immediately saw, how just automatically you go like this. Thank you. When you really are heartfelt in your gratitude,
Right.
it's just you don't even have to think about. Don't we all do? That's kind of a universal body language. Is thanks. Oh God, I really needed that. So anyway, it was all made a lot of sense, and it made the senses were universal. I mean, I saw it, I felt it. It was a beautiful message, Katri. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I want to thank you also. I mean, and Carol would know also, along with me, we used that heart math coherence at our grandmother's gatherings on Madeline Island for 6 years back in middle 2010.
Aaron,
And I mean, it's so great, and I kind of forgotten about it. So I'm so glad you brought it back to our attention again.
yes, thank you. Aaron DeWitt shared it with me, and then I learned more about the science behind it from Greg Braden and Joe Dispenza. And so I've kind of made it my own with all the parts from Aaron DeWitt and Heart Math and Greg Braden, and just kind of, but it's such a simple technique, and so much. So I do like it. And yeah, it's remember, forget, right? So great to be reminded.
Yes. Anybody else?
Yeah.
I lost my connection, so I just got back in.
Oh.
I missed part of that whole thing.
Oh,
You
you
can
have
watch
to
it.
listen to the
connection's never
recording because
lost,
we're so
Harley.
good.
Okay.
Yes. It'll be recorded. So.
Mhm.
Oh,
The one thing I would
Oh,
like to say, it's interesting on the list of the categories, there's nothing directly spiritual. And of course, we can put it anywhere we want, and I'm going to put it in personal desires, but is that a mark of sort of how they're doing with the book, that they're keeping it so accessible maybe to a population that wouldn't be thinking about spiritual things, or what do you think, Katri?
yeah, maybe. I mean, there is a part after material things that says, and then just add the things, anything else you want.
I see.
That would make sense that they, don't want to market it as a,
Mhm.
maybe.
It's cool you used the book so much the cover came off.
Yeah.
So Carolyn, when you think of spiritual things, aside from what are you thinking about? Can I ask? What do you mean things
Sure.
are not spiritual?
What came to me is during this time of much more quiet in my life, I have really been committed to installing a meditation practice that's steady again. And that, because at different times in my life I have, but I haven't for a long time been a regular meditator every day. So I think of that. And then I'm following a mindfulness program that's on YouTube with Rick Hansen, and he's talking a lot about developing our heart and being warm-hearted, being and resting in our heart. He says, look at the Dalai Lama. He's always resting in his heart. Things don't come in and upset him. If we're in our heart, we're more stable in our values of loving kindness. I'm really, don't take my word for it. I'm such an amateur at putting the words to it the way he is, but and then so Carol, that's what I would think of.
Well, Katri's message was a lot about the heart and living from the
Yeah.
heart.
Yeah,
Well,
very
for sure.
much. Mhm.
Yes.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes.
I just wanted to also say that I like to offer, if there's anybody in your life, or for example, Janet, I will be sending Reiki to your daughter, Kimberly. But if anyone needs Reiki at any time, I can just send you distance Reiki. So if you send me an email or shoot me a text, I'm opening that up to each of you if you need Reiki at any point. I mean, it's very easy for me to stop and do, 5 minutes of Reiki or whatever and send it your way. So please use me. I'm available for that. And
Good on me.
yes, and I wrote down your knee as well, Jean.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
and one other thing that, and this is one of the tools that I want to get into next time, but I will say that one thing that I've been learning is, if you have anything that manifests in your body, any pain, you can look it up online, look it up, spiritual meaning of knee pain, for example, and it can tell you exactly what emotional component it's tied to. And then because your body is trying to send you a message, and then once you look it up and know what it's trying to tell you, and then it can leave. And so I've been trying this with my clients, and this is something that Louise Hay has talked about for years, but it seriously is amazing. And so Jean, you could look up your knee thing if you wanted.
Yeah. I'll look it up.
Louise Hay.
Yeah.
Boy, I've got a lot of looking up to do.
No,
And then it can leave your body, because once the message is received, it can leave. So
Sounds
it's pretty
good.
cool. Yeah. But anyways, please use me for Reiki. You can text my phone number or email me, and I'm glad to do it for anyone who needs it. So
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, well, I guess we'll move on then. Let's see, what do we do? I just would like to say thank you to everybody for your ongoing donations to the church. It's very, very, very grateful for everybody, and thank you so much. Just keep sending any donations to the church at 1414 East 9th Street, 55805. I'm there pretty much every day, and of course it's a locked mailbox, and only I have the key. Anyone who goes in the office, but okay, so thank you, Betty. So I would like to say our church affirmation, that we totally accept the belief that God is in charge of the affairs and directions of Lake Superior Interfaith Community Church. And we know that as our thoughts of trust and joyful anticipation join in harmony with the thoughts of all the members of this fellowship, we attract the right ministerial leadership to our spiritual community. We are grateful. Amen.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
So, Katri, would you like to do a benediction? I didn't ask you, or else I could do what I usually do.
You go for it.
You go for it? Okay. What I do typically is our unity one. Prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God unfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And I thank you all for being here. Thank you, Katri, for your beautiful message. Oh, it's just what we needed to hear. It's so perfect. Yeah. Okay. So please be back next week. It's going to be like a circle service, so we can all just move forward and give ideas and whatever we do. So it's all in divine order, I like to say. So, all right. And so following the service, we're having a board meeting. So all my wonderful board members, please stay on. And
We'll see you in June.
Bye now.
see you in June.
Yeah.
Just a few weeks, 1 month. 1 month, Harlan. All right. Sounds good. Thank you, everybody.
Joe.
Thank you. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Katri, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.